In the silence of dawn, before the call of the falcon, before the desert wind found its voice, I found you not in sight, but in the echo of my heartbeat. The dunes were sleeping, their golden bodies wrapped in mist, and I, a rider of solitude, wandered with questions stitched to my chest. Where does love begin? Is it in the eyes, the soul, or in silence? I had seen the world from high towers and wide oceans, spoken to kings and dreamers, but your name, even before I knew it, rested somewhere in the corner of my destiny. When I first saw you, the world fell quiet in reverence, not because beauty entered the room, but because truth did. The truth that every journey, no matter how far it roams, was always leading to you. Your smile, soft as desert rain, rare and therefore holy. Your eyes, the script of fate, written by the divine hand of time. Your silence, my favorite verse. Love, for me, was never thunder. It was the rhythm of hooves, on the endless sand of patience. It was not the fire that burns, but the flame that guides. I remember the first night we spoke. The moon hung low, listening like an old poet. We spoke of nothing and yet everything. Your words were not sentences, they were lanterns, lit along my path. You said, love is not found, it's remembered. And I smiled, for I knew you were right. I had loved you before names, before birth, in that realm where souls promise one another to meet again, no matter how many lifetimes it takes. The desert heard that promise. The stars sealed it. And time, faithful to love's command, brought you to me, not as a dream, but as my wife. You became my peace, not because you silenced my storms, but because you sat with me through them. When the world looked at me as a prince, you saw the man behind the crown, the dreamer, the believer, the boy who still wrote poems to the wind. I told you once, if I ever lose everything, but keep your hand in mine, I will still be rich beyond measure. And you laughed, that laugh, that healed kingdoms inside me. I wrote verses for you on nights of loneliness, and the wind carried them to your soul. Perhaps that is why you found me, as if you followed the scent of poetry itself. My love, you are not just my present. You are the echo of every prayer. My ancestors whispered to the moon. You are my falcon's freedom, my horse's strength, my mother's smile, and my father's pride. When you walk beside me, the desert blushes. When you speak, even silence listens. When you cry, the clouds remember their duty. You are not mine to own. You are mine to honor, to guard, to cherish, to understand. Because true love does not cage. It frees. And, though I wear the name of Sheikh, it is you who rules the kingdom of my heart. The night had fallen gently upon the dunes. The wind was whispering secrets only lovers understand. And the moon, jealous of your beauty, hid behind a veil of clouds. You stood beside me, barefoot on the sand, your laughter weaving through the air, like perfume from a distant garden. Every grain beneath our feet felt like a witness to a vow older than time. Do you believe in destiny? You asked, your voice calm as the evening tide. I turned to you and said, destiny isn't written in the stars. It's written in the heart that dares to love. You smiled, and the desert sighed, for it had heard such words only once before, when God taught the wind how to breathe. I took your hand, It fit into mine as though sculpted by eternity. Our shadows merged, and the sand began to dance around our feet. In that moment, I felt the pulse of the earth, the slow, majestic rhythm of forever. It said, "This is love." We walked until dawn painted the horizon gold. The world felt reborn, and so did I. You looked at the rising sun and whispered, "Every morning feels like our first." I wanted to answer, but words became unworthy. Instead, I traced your name in the sand, not to claim you, but to thank the universe for keeping its promise. When I looked up, a falcon soared above us, its wings spread wide, its cry echoing through the silence. "That's freedom," I said. You nodded. "And that's love," you replied. I realized then, our love was not a prison. It was the open sky. We were not two halves seeking to be whole. We were two complete souls, choosing to walk together. The desert, our only witness, sealed our vow in golden silence. At night, we returned to our tent. The stars scattered like blessings across the endless velvet. You poured tea, your hands graceful, steady, kind. The aroma of cardamom mingled with the scent of your hair. I watched you, not with desire, but with devotion. For beauty fades, but grace, my love, is eternal. You sat across from me, eyes glowing like twin moons. "Tell me," you said, "what is love to you?"